We all know about the general lightning that we see when we have storms, of course, but what if we were told that there was rare lightning that we don't typically see?
Chris gives us a look at blue jets and red sprites.
Most likely when you think of lightning, you think of images like this. But what if I told you this isn't the only type of lightning? There are other types called sprites, blue jets, and elves. Let's raise that weather IQ. The common lightning we see is divided into two main types, negative and positive lightning. 90% of all lightning is negative lightning, which comes from the base of a cloud, while the less frequent positive lightning comes from the top of the cloud. Since positive lightning travels a much farther distance to make the channel, it's 10 times stronger, lasts 10 times longer, and can be 10 times louder. But this extra energy can sometimes create something even rarer above the storm. Check this out. This is a blue jet. These cones of blue light erupt upwards from the top of thunderheads to heights as high as 25 miles, as you can see from space here. These are essentially the discharge from a very strong positive lightning strike. Lightning can also appear red. This happens directly above an active strong thunderstorm when a powerful electromagnetic field is created. The imbalance to the top of the atmosphere can cause this phenomenon called sprites. These can sometimes be seen from the ground, but only last a fraction of a second. Lastly, elves occur 60 miles above Earth's surface in the ionosphere, the layer on top of the atmosphere where auroras occur. These create a halo or disk that can reach a diameter of up to 250 miles. Sprites, blue jets, and elves are all TLEs, or transient luminous events. These are fairly new discoveries, first documented in the late 80s to the early 90s. The good news about TLEs, they stay well above us, so no effect to us here on the surface. I'm meteorologist Chris Mulcahy. Now we're all a little bit more weather-wise. So I actually aired that a couple of years ago, but I wanted to bring that back because just recently I have the most impressive image I've seen of a blue jet, which is right here, on top of a very strong thunderstorm, and you can literally see the red sprite up above. So if I were to redo that story in 2026, I would be mainly showing this photo. So this officially was captured March 8th, 2026 by NASA from the International Space Station. And this is just incredible because before, a lot of times in our realization of these TLEs, you could see the blue jet and then you would see the red sprites right above. To actually see these all interconnected really gives us kind of a better picture about what happens here, that the top of that positive lightning strike that I was just mentioned turns into that blue area as it's completely illuminated, and then just because they were able to capture the split second, actually see the red sprite that's just above. So maybe if you are not into the whole science thing, you're like, okay, well, real cool, Chris. But if you are, this is actually a really big breakthrough as far as scientists are concerned, seeing the best image that I personally had seen, and I think that NASA has ever captured of a TLE. So very cool. Again, red sprite that you see at the top and that blue jet. That is incredible. It's not something that you see all the time.